Example 4, the seller will finance, but they're a pain in the ass. They will owner finance, but they want $20,000 down, and they want $1,250 a month for their payment. And I know I'm not writing no check for 20 grand to buy a $200,000 house, not even with owner financing. And I know that with $1,250 going out, I might get a monthly spread, but it would be kind of minimal. Therefore, I make the decision that this one just doesn't have enough in it for me to get really excited about. Now, could I stay in it? And could you? Your decision. There is some monthly spread there, but there's no upfront cash, that's for sure, because you're going to be hard pressed to get, well, there might be. You might be able to get, in fact, we're counting on it. If we do an axe deal on this thing, we're going to put it back on the market, and somebody's going to bring in us $10,000 more. They're going to bring in $30,000 down to take over a $1,250 a month payment at 4% interest, it says at the top. So I've decided that there's just not enough for me to want to stay in this deal. I'm going to put it under contract for $185 with 20 down at $1,250 a month with payments beginning in 3 months at 4% interest. Then I'm going to go put it out on the marketplace as a sale, an owner-occupant sale, not a lease option. Because if I've got it under contract to buy it with owner financing, remember, that's the contract I'm assigning to my buyer. So now they can come in and buy it from me with $30,000 cash and take over the position I'm in. 10 of which will go to me, 20 of which will go to the seller. Does everybody understand that? Hello? Okay. If you don't understand it and you don't raise your hand, I'm going to assume you do. Now, am I going to have a little harder time finding a buyer with $30,000, of course, than I would with less money? So, I don't know for sure I'm going to exit this property. So what is my risk if I don't? When do I have to start making payments on this one on page 12? The answer is never. I'm not agreeing to make payments. I'm going into this deal clearly disclosing that I'm going to buy this property and I'm going to find a buyer you approve, Mr. Seller, that will give me more than what I'm offering to give you, and if you accept them, we're going to close. I'm going to assign my contract to them. Buyer, seller is going to know that, guys, going in. I'm not keeping that a secret. So the seller is going to know that we are not closing till I find that buyer. Period. And whatever I get, and you get $20,000 down. And you'll find those very easy to negotiate. But no risk on your part. No risk on your part. Now, you'll notice in here that I negotiated that the first payment is due in 3 months. You decide what happens to those payments because you've negotiated that the first payment isn't due in 3 months. You may be able to collect it from the buyer and keep it after the deal is closed if the seller's not due it. Or, I'll tell you what I'd do with it. I'd negotiate, once I find my buyer, I'd negotiate that the seller take less than $20,000 now, giving me more, and let them start making the payments immediately to them.